Hey, good morning, YouTube. It is Beverly Holloway here, also known as the Inspirational Life Guru. And I am here with Meditation Monday. This is my very first Meditation Monday here on YouTube. I'll be coming here with you every Monday to share with you a meditation for the day and to get your week started. So for those of you that don't know, again, my name is Beverly Holloway, also known as the Inspirational Life Guru across social media. I am a spiritual teacher and a spiritual wellness practitioner and coach on a mission to inspire as many people as I possibly can towards discovering their divine purpose. I act as a catalyst to help get people jump started and moving in the right direction. It is also my passion to help people navigate their way through life changes and transitions. My mission, my assignment that God has given me is not an easy one by any means. But I tell you, I am so excited about my mission that God has given me. God gave me a metaphor of that of Harriet Tubman. This is before the movie even came out. That just like Harriet Tubman led the slaves out of physical captivity, it is my quest, my mission, and my assignment here in the earth to help people navigate their way out of religious and spiritual captivity. So that's my mission, that's my assignment. But anyway, again, this morning I am with you for Meditation Monday, and I am going to be using the book, someone that I love. I'm sure many of you do too. Iyanla, I always get her first name mixed up. Van Zandt. It's from her book, The Acts of Faith, and it's daily meditations for people of color. Now, I want to say, you don't have to be African American. You can be any color, any nationality, and from any culture to get in on this meditation. But this is what I'll be using unless God leads me or guides me otherwise. This is what I'm using in my spiritual transition group on Facebook. I am using this for our Monday meditations. If you're not a part, if you're not following me on Facebook, you can follow me on my personal page, Beverly Holloway, or my business page, Inspirational Life Guru. And hey, join my spiritual transition group. It's for people that are in transition or people that are going through a spiritual awakening process. So, and I have a video that you can find here on YouTube regarding spiritual awakening and what that actually entails. But if you're not a part of my spiritual transitioning group on Facebook, I encourage you to join. It's only $15 a month, and in that particular group, you're going to be getting some wonderful information that's going to help you on a daily, monthly basis to help you if you're going through any type of transitioning in your life, whether you're transitioning out of corporate America like I did, or if you're transitioning just in life, if you're transitioning through divorce, death, or whatever it may be. And then if you're going through a spiritual awakening or you want to know more about it, because we are spiritual beings that are here in this earth, having a human experience. And so it's important that we understand who we are as spiritual beings. But let's get into the meditation for this morning. So to start, I just want to just take a moment. I'm going to turn this meditation music up just a tad. And I want us to just really get focused and really center ourselves this morning. Take a deep breath in and release. And again, a deep breath in and release. And again, in and release. And I want you to just listen to the music that you hear and allow yourself to be translated into a sacred space. Tap into this sacred Native American energy that has the power to transport you to a place of peace, calm, tranquility as we begin this Monday meditation. A lot of times we're busy about our lives. We don't take a moment to just rest and to be still and to be quiet. So let's just take a moment to quiet ourselves. And as we take this time to meditate, I want you to just imagine a bright light, a bright white light that's traveling down from heaven here to earth. And I want you to imagine that light touching the crown of your head. And I want you to imagine that beam of light bringing with it insight, clarity, and revelation to help guide you through this week. Perhaps some of you have some powerful decisions that you need to make this week. Just imagine yourself being flooded with light, insight, and wisdom on how to make the right decisions this week. It may be a decision that you need to make that involves a relationship, perhaps with a loved one or with someone you just met. Perhaps it's even with a boss or a relationship that you have with your employer. Whatever it may be, you have the power and the ability to make the right decision. And as that light moves through the crown of your head, touches your forehead, and moves its way down through your body, through your center, I want you to imagine yourself being flooded with wisdom and light. Flooded with revelation. And so it is. So it is. So let's get started with today's meditation. Today is November the 18th. And I want to start with a quote from somebody by the name of Og Mandino. This is a quote from Og Mandino. Now, this particular quote says, "Never settle for the crumbs of life." Never settle for the crumbs of life. I want you to think about that. I want us to meditate on that today, this Meditation Monday. Never settle for the crumbs of life. I want you to think about some areas in your life where you've been settling for crumbs. Perhaps it's a job that you hate. If you're working a 9-to-5 job that you hate, that's like settling for crumbs. Perhaps it's even in a relationship. Whatever it may be, I want you to think about some areas in your life where you have been settling for crumbs. Because we don't have to settle for crumbs. We do not have to settle for crumbs. I don't know about you, but I don't just want a piece of cake. That doesn't make any sense. Why settle for just a crumb? Why not have the whole piece of cake? Why not have the whole damn cake, as a matter of fact? I don't know about you. Give me the entire cake, okay? I want the entire cake. I'm greedy like that. But we can have the entire cake if we want it. Listen to this. If you're not happy with where you are in life, you don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay there. If you're in a job that you hate, you don't have to stay there. If you're in a relationship that's not serving your highest good, you don't have to stay there. I'm not promoting divorce, but once you've done all that you can do, you don't have to stay there. You have a right to change your mind. Maya Angelou said that to Oprah once when she was faced, she had made a decision, and then Oprah stated that she was just having second thoughts about it. And Maya Angelou said, you have the right to change your mind. We have the right to change our minds. You don't have to settle for an abusive relationship, whether it be physical, mental, emotional abuse. You don't have to settle for those types of crumbs in your life. But it says if you're not happy with where you are in life, you don't have to stay there. Don't you deserve better? Don't you want better for yourself and for your future? I don't know about you, but I do. I want better for my future. I was working in corporate America for years, and I'm like, you know what? This isn't serving me anymore. I want better than this. You can have better. No matter what it is in your life, you don't have to settle for crumbs. It says, you are the only one who can make it happen. You're the only one that can make it happen. You're the one that has the power and the authority to make changes in your life. God has given you the power and the ability to manifest the life that you desire to live. Sure, you've had some pretty rough times, haven't we all? You've had some pretty devastating ones. We all have experienced some traumas in life. I experienced some traumas in life. I always tell people I would much rather have been shot 12 times in the chest with a shotgun to have endured rather than have endured the spiritual wounds that I had to endure. Because spiritual wounds are much harder to heal. But it says here, sure, you've had some pretty devastating things take place in your life. But there is nothing which says that must be the norm. If you're having a struck a bad luck, that doesn't have to be your norm. Just because your mom had you thinking that, hey, you know, this is what you have to settle for. You got to settle for this. You got to settle for lack. My mom, bless her heart, when we were kids, you know, she would fix peas, and I hated peas. I hated peas. I'm like, why does she keep fixing these peas? She knows I'm not going to eat these peas. And if I didn't eat them, excuse me, she would say, poor people don't waste food. And even as a young girl, that didn't make sense to me. It just didn't resonate with me. And it's a wonder I didn't get popped in the mouth, but I would clap back with, you may be poor, but I'm not poor. We don't have to settle for things that have just been dumped on us by our parents, by anyone for that matter. We don't have to settle for the crumbs in life. But it says here, there are some very difficult challenges and negative attitudes you will confront. Let's face it, we all do, right? But you are equipped to handle it all. There may be some pretty stupid ideas about who you are, what you can do, and how far you can go. So what? People also said that the world was flat and the moon was made of cheese. The only thing that really matters is what you think, what you believe, and what you want. Those are the only things that matter. The only thing that matters is what you think. Our lives are manifested and come into being based on thoughts that we have. You don't have to settle for every thought that pops into your head. Weigh it against the truth and then toss the negative ones aside and hang on to that which is true for you. But it says here, the only thing that matters is what you think, what you believe, and what you believe is even based on thoughts. And the other thing that matters is what you want. I always tell people that what you want wants you. What you want wants you. God, the universe, wants to bless you with those things that are in your desire. Those wants that you have, God wants that for you. Those desires that you have in your heart, God put them there so that you would go after them. I love this. It says, if you have the desire and the will, you will be shown the way. If you have the desire, if you have the will, the way will be shown unto you. Now, this is our affirmation for today. This is our affirmation. I want you to repeat it after me. Greater is that within me than the problems in the world. Let's say that again. Greater is that within me. Greater is God within me. Greater is spirit within me than the problems in the world. Greater is God within me than the problems that are in the world. Greater is spirit within you. Greater is God within you. The greater one that created the heavens and the earth is within you. And God is greater than any problem that exists in this world. God is greater than any problem that exists in this world. That's why we have such a privilege and an honor to be associated with the divine, because the divine that lives on the inside of us is greater than any problem. Greater than any problem. Keep that in your mind as you go about your day to day. If you encounter any problems, remember that the greater one within me is greater than this problem. You will be shown the way. I love it. And let this be your reflection today. Consider all the ways in which you are bigger than the challenges that you face. Consider all the ways that you are bigger than the challenges that you face. Let's consider some ways that we are bigger than the challenges we face. Well, one way is the fact that we are filled with the Spirit of God. That is greater than any challenge. And because we are in fellowship and union with Spirit, we have the power to manifest and create the life that we desire to live, which is much greater than any challenge or any problem. That's number 2. Number 3, let's think about another way in which we are greater than any problem. We are spiritual beings. We operate according to spiritual universal laws. We don't have to be bound by these earthly laws and regulations because we are spirit beings. We are created in the likeness of God. Isn't that good news? I love it. So let that be your reflection today. And remember that you do not have to settle for the crumbs of life. You have the power and the ability to manifest the life that you desire to live here in this earth. So I want to encourage you guys to meditate on that throughout the day. okay? And if you desire to book a 20-minute inspirational live session with me, I no longer offer the free session simply because the 15-minute free session that I used to offer would turn into 30 minutes. 30 minutes would turn into 45, and 45 would turn into an hour. And by the time I'm done, I'm exhausted because I put my all, even into the free sessions, I put my all into them. So for those of you that are watching this video, I want to offer you a 20-minute live session with me, $20. $20 can change your life. Okay, so be sure and message me. You can send me an email at beverlyholloway2020@gmail. beverlyholloway2020@gmail, and I will send you a link where you can pay your invoice of $20, or you can Cash App it to She Speaks Truth, so that we can get on the phone, find out what's going on in your life. You can decide whether or not you want to work with me as a coach. And what I do, I intuitively put together a custom package for you. I don't like cookie cutter packages, okay? I allow Spirit to guide me in what is good for you so that we can map out, get you ready and prepared for 2020, okay? Love you guys. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next Monday for Monday Meditation. Ciao.